Alright, we're headed in and check these traps we set yesterday on that hunting lease. It's a good thing that these guys contact you to get in here and help them out. If nothing else, it pretty much guarantees you're going to get land for next year. Saw a lot of sign, pretty high hopes as far as what we might find. If you remember yesterday, we talked about this whole property set up on drags, because there is a lot of ATV and it's side-by-side traffic. And not to say that folks will mess with it, but it's always nice to go ahead and set them up on drags. That way if they do get popped, you get them off the main drag and you don't have to worry about folks fooling with your sets. But pulling into the first set now, lots of sign here. When we set this up yesterday, had high hopes for this. Yeah, it looks like we did pretty good. So I got a drag missing, and I actually see the dog bouncing in the bushes over there. So we'll get out and take a look at him, see what we got. I'll be right back. Alright, so if you remember yesterday, we punched this dirt hole in right here and used that rock as the backing. And of course, it's always nice to see that peat moss hole blown out, as you know you got a drag out. And if you look, we got our drag buried up here, and of course the dog didn't make it anywhere, but just a little tip, a lot of times when that dog, when he pulls that drag out, you can actually see where the dirt comes out with it, and that'll give you a pretty much a starting point as far as where you need to go. And you can see, I mean, he didn't make it far off the road, but if that dog gets over there and lays down, when we get all this traffic coming by here, nobody's going to pay attention to that. I mean, the way he's laid down right there, folks come by on ATVs and side-by-sides, they're not going to pay attention to it. Again, these drags are highly effective. Something else it does is, of course, I'll come in here and remake this set, but it's not blown out. I mean, there's not a big catch circle. Pretty much all we got to do is dispatch this dog and then bed that trap back in there. And if you remember yesterday, we put one here hoping for a double, and unfortunately it did look like something popped it, and there lays the trap. But can't get them all. You know, you like to, but you can't. But anyway, we'll dispatch this dog and then we'll film this remake. Be back in just a few minutes. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get this set put back in. Put it right back in like we had on a drag. Getting a lot of freeze thaw weather, southern West Virginia, so I put a little driveway heat in the bed. Again, can't reiterate enough, that trap's got to be dead solid, and it is. That's the good thing about a drag. If you'll notice, this set was completely undisturbed rather than him getting popped and running. Your trap bed's still intact. You basically just have to bed a trap right back in there. Put some polyfill under that pan. Peat moss. Always like to know where your pan is. Keep your pan cleaned off if you can. That way you don't mess around and get a trap on your finger. Of course, a little antifreeze, salt. targeting coyotes, I like to cover a little bit of the chain. I definitely don't have to cover it all. And then this time of year, we use some freeze-proof dirt. I like to scatter kind of all over the set. Then I'll take this drill and we'll drill this dirt hole back out. That dog must have worked that thing. And then we've been running this Rodent Revenge by Old South. Been hammering the coyotes in West Virginia with it. And then I like to take a little bit of gland lure because they're breeding right now. This is trapping time coyote gland. And I like to put it up here on the face. Just smear it on there good. Get him over here. And the last thing I like to do, real important, a lot of guys don't do it, is you need to guide that coyote. When he comes up here to work his set, don't just let him step all over the place. One of the best things in the world to use is coyote scat. Scat all over the place up here. So I know my pan is here. Put one there and one there, and that's it. And then take my whisk broom and just kind of work all this back up. And that's all there is to it. We're ready to roll again. Quick and simple. Use these drags. It maintains your set. Get your dog off of these main roads where you don't have to worry about losing them to people that are going to steal them. And then you're in and out, on to the next one. Anyway, we'll come back tomorrow and check this. Hope we got another dog.